The 777 Group, which already owns stakes in Genoa and Sevilla, are in the process of acquiring sleeping giant Red Star Paris. Jules, should Paris Saint-Germain get a little nervous? Are you going to be a three-team top-flight city?
Well, I think it's due, to be fair, to have another big club in Paris, whether that's Red Star with the 777 Group or Paris FC, who are right now looking good for promotion, or certainly will be in the battle for promotion to Ligue 1. I'm very happy with this because I think the 777 Group is doing a really good job with Genoa, for example. They also now own Vasco in Brazil and Standard de Liège in Belgium as well. We know
multi-club ownership, it's the future.
But we know the work that they're doing. We know who they're working with as well, which is I think a really good base. And Red Star is such an iconic club. I mean, I have played so many games in the Stade Boer, which is
a dump.
Well, it's a big key of what they're going to do because it's an iconic stadium, but it's falling apart. Of course, it's an artificial pitch as well. But it's such in a great place, right in the middle of the community, of course, in Saint-Ouen, where the club belongs. But what do you do with the stadium? What do you do with the training ground? So there are a lot of questions. Habib Bey, remember him, the former Newcastle manager, who became one of the great pundits on French television and turned now managers and doing a really good job there at the club. So very exciting times. And yeah, if you're PSG, you're looking at it. They are the little brothers, if you want, but you have to take them seriously, I think.
There's obviously no shortage of talent in the Paris region, right?
This is what I said to the people around the club. It's such a hotbed in talent for football. You can easily see this Red Star team in Ligue 1 in a few years' time with almost a full 11 of Paris-born and bred kids.
What I wonder about, and I always wonder about it with this, is multi-club ownership. We've talked about it so many times. There's so many examples. Arguably, other than the Red Bull Group, nobody has had meaningful, successful multi-club ownership. And even Red Bull have had a whole bunch of failures,
right? Yeah, the City Group, to be fair, won the league in Australia, won the league in the US, won the league in England. But that's pretty good.
There's almost no, as I understand it, well, first of all, they did it by spending an enormous amount of money. Not necessarily finding synergies and whatever, right? True. But as I understand it, there's actually a lot less cooperation. There's a lot of talk, but I don't know. It's an interesting one. A lot of people say, look, it makes sense, but there's at least like half a dozen of these out there, and nobody I think has really been able to tap their full potential. Maybe
would you put the Pozzo family in that? Because they're three clubs. Certainly, there's a lot of synergy.
Well, it's two clubs now.
Yeah, two clubs now, but for a long time it was three clubs, and that worked pretty well, would you say?
That did work pretty well. There's suggestions that they might be ready to sell Watford. I don't know if that's true. Then again, just swapping a bunch of players back and forth, is that synergy to that level? Ultimately, I think local culture really, really matters. Yeah. And some of these MCOs have just run into a brick wall when they've tried doing it.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.